Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to talk about female coaches in the continuation of our women in sports video. First coach has to be the most famous female coach in all of women's sports history, and that is Tennessee women's basketball coach Pat Summitt. She's the all-time winningest coach in all of college basketball, not just men's or women, or not just women's, but men's and women's. She won almost 2,000 games, racking up a grand total of 1,098 games at the University of Tennessee. She was able to win 8 national championships in 38 seasons. That has only been passed by Gino Auriemma at UConn, and honestly, they had some of the best back and forth battles of any sport ever. Unfortunately, she developed Alzheimer's and died in 2016. Otherwise, she'd probably still be coaching and would probably be well on her way to, 1,500 wins. There's a picture of Pat. She always wore her patented orange suits to match Tennessee's colors. This is Becky Hammon moving on. She's the first one to be a full-time NBA coach. She played 16 seasons in the WNBA. She is the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs Summer League and is a full-time assistant under Greg Popovich. She is one of his most trusted assistants, and it's thought that she will probably be one of the very first, well, probably the very first full-time female head coach in the NBA at some point, maybe when Greg Popovich decides to retire. All right, moving on to Catherine Smith. She's the first full-time female assistant coach in the NFL. She began working for the Buffalo Bills in 2016 as the special teams quality control coach, and she has been working for a NFL team in some way, shape, or form since 2007. All right. So, got to talk about Title IX, and this will be our last little thing that we talk about in this unit. Title IX was passed in 1972 and effectively advocates for the equal funding of women's sports. It's not limited to sports, but sports is the focus of Title IX. And basically, what the rules are is Title IX, it applies to all schools, public and private. Women must be offered the equitable opportunity to play sports. That doesn't necessarily mean that women have to be allowed to play men's sports, but they have to be the same amount of women's sports at a college and the same amount of scholarships. And men and women athletes must receive equal treatment, meaning that practice facilities must be used equally, travel allowance is equal, and the number of paid coaches are the same, and there will be a locker room provided for each sex. The pros of Title IX is it opens the door for women to get scholarships into college. It also allows women more sporting opportunities. Comparatively, before Title IX, there were only 30,000 NCAA female athletes, and today there are more than 500,000, which really opens the door for women to be able to play sports in college and just go to college in general. It enhanced women's rights in general. Women cannot be discriminated. Cannot be legally discriminated against in a college setting simply because of their gender. And it has kind of catapulted women into more careers rather than going home and being a homemaker. The cons: many men will argue that smaller sports programs being eliminated. Money is still not all the way allocated properly. Women make up 53% of all college students, but only receive about 40% of athletic funding. And women coaches are still less likely to get a job over a man, and it's also not uncommon to see a male coaching a women's sports. While it is very uncommon to see a female coaching a male sport, it is not uncommon to see a man coaching a female sport. Sexual harassment has increased due to Title IX, mostly just because of the amount of women that are actually on campus. So that is still a negative of Title IX. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you're all doing well. Please let me know if you have any questions.